Hi, I'm Jay Arnold here at the Hay Merchant. After a loss like Auburn, there's nothing to pick your spirits up quite like a pig's head. Or playing Arkansas. Stay tuned for Uncredentialed. That's wild. Have you done this before? We're about to eat a pig's head in honor of Texas A&M and Arkansas playing at Jerry World. Oop, this is interesting and quite a struggle. I think the first part's going to be getting it off. Wow. Now that's crazy. I'm already making a mess. That's all right. Yeah, this looks sensational. I've had beef cheek before, but I've never had pork cheek. And gotta say, it's pretty good. There's grease dripping off of the pig right now, and it looks like it's drooling, which is funny because I also feel like I'm drooling looking at the pig.
If y'all are feeling adventurous, the eyeball's pretty tasty too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you like bone marrow.
Yeah.
It's kind of got that same like gelatinous, and then there might be a little bit of brain in there too.
Okay.
The brain's good. It's real tender and kind of soft.
All right, Jay, I guess the only question is how many views you want on this thing.
Am I gonna eat the eyeballs? Yeah.
You look nervous. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
It'll be interesting. So when you watch somebody get punched in the face and their eye swells up right after, that's the part of the pig we're eating. So with the Auburn game, I think one of the big issues that we ran into was just a sloppy football game in the first half. Between the reverse that ended up going for a touchdown, being an eye violation, Texas A&M defensive end getting sucked inside, or just the offense as a whole really struggling. There was drops from the receivers. You know, I've seen a lot of people online calling for Kellen Mond's job. It's way too early to start talking about that. He's an incredibly talented quarterback when everyone around him executes. And I think between the offensive line struggling in the run game, in the fourth quarter when Kellen Mond had nothing to lose, he was throwing the ball a lot better, I thought. I think you saw him kind of relax. He wasn't overthinking everything like he was in the first half of that game or again in the Clemson game. So going into Arkansas week, as you can tell by this wonderful pig's head that we have in front of us, we don't know too much about this Arkansas team other than they're, again, not very good. Losing to a team like San Jose State, obviously never good. Struggled with Colorado State. Ole Miss, they always play Ole Miss close. It's kind of a weird deal. It's an 11 a.m. kickoff. So once again, this game is probably going to be ridiculously close for no apparent reason. You have Nick Sarkle, who was once at A&M. Raheem Boyd, before he went to Last Chance U, he was at Texas A&M. John Chavis at Texas A&M. Chad Morris is an Aggie alum. There's so many storylines to monitor in this game. I think you're going to see a lot of turnovers from both teams. Obviously, Starkle last week against San Jose State having 5 interceptions. He's decided to retire the Bieber shirt. I'm personally not a fan of the move, but you know, if he wants to show a newfound focus, maybe that's the way to do it. Arkansas, even under Chad Morris, who is known as more of a spread air raid type guy, still manages to produce a pretty solid running attack. The good news is for the Aggies that the strength of the team is the defensive line and the linebackers, who I believe will shut down the run game from Arkansas. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, Arkansas hasn't proven much. I think you're going to see A&M take over the game. I think Kellen Mond's going to get more creative this week. I think Jimbo Fisher is going to recognize maybe that we don't quite have the athletes in his system to really run it to perfection. So I think you're going to see Kellen Mond get out of the pocket. I don't think you'll see RPOs. I've heard that mentioned. I just don't see it being added to Jimbo's offense for Arkansas. I would like to see a little more vertical run game. See the offensive line moving downhill as opposed to side. Oregon had a lot of success in the outside zone against Auburn, and I think A&M tried to replicate that, but our offensive linemen just weren't able to get any push, and they really struggled in the running game against Auburn. Maybe we need to simplify it a little bit against Arkansas, more of a downhill run game, and kind of let the running backs get 3 or 4 yards a pop. Obviously on offense, we want to see some improvement from the receivers. Guys like Courtney Davis, great route runner, but he struggled with his hands a little bit. There's been some times where he could have bailed Kellen Mond out of situations. And I think he's a really talented guy. He just has to take his game to the next level. Jamon Osmond had some great catches against Auburn. He looked like the most consistent guy on the field out there in the receiving corps. We'll see if he can keep up that effort. And then Jalen Weidermeyer, I think, had a few good catches. 11 a.m. kick, expected to be sloppy. I think Arkansas is going to keep it close. Kellen Mond's going to make some mistakes. The backfield's probably going to make a few mistakes between Caboti and Spiller. We'll see what happens, but I wouldn't get too excited for a blowout.
You gotta show it. Show it. What you got?
This is the pig eyeball.
I feel like that was the pupil that just fell out.
I think the pupil did just fall out. Cup is currently testing the eyeball because I'm freaking the out. Pardon my French.
It does taste like bone marrow.
I don't like that.
It tastes good.
Yeah.
It's a little bit chewy.
One bite for the people. One bite for the content.
Would you rather eat, I'm not asking you to do this, would you rather eat that whole thing or a pickle?
I'd probably still rather eat this whole thing than a pickle. I'm dipping it in the salsa to hope that helps with it.
I was gonna.
No.
I should have said something. You cut off the ligament that it keeps the eyeball attached, and that part looked a little bit harder to chew to me.
Yeah, that was not great.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Mistakes were made. I want to make sure to let you know that the flavor was fine. It was the texture.
Yeah, this is a J problem.
That was honestly one of the scariest things I've ever done in my life. Cup is the more adventurous eater of us two.
I lost the tongue.
Where to go?
Okay, remind me to get that.
Yeah. We're going to have to do quite an extensive cleanup, I think.
With my interactions with Arkansas, I'm surprised there was a brain in this thing.
Yeah. Cup is eating the brain right now, so thoughts and prayers. Nope, don't like that. The cheek meat was sensational. Actually would 10 out of 10 recommend. I think the final thing we have here is a score prediction. As a sloppy game, it's probably going to be low scoring. I'm going 24-21 Texas A&M. My final prediction. Probably. That about it? All right, folks. I hope this was entertaining. If it wasn't, then I suffered for no reason. But subscribe, ring the bell, do all the fun stuff. Thanks for watching Uncredentialed. Give it a giggle.